Today's video is sponsored by DoorDash. Have you ever seen a deer like this? So that's a fawn. It was born this year and it lives right near our house, and we've seen it several times, and I can't figure out what happened to its ears or if it was just born that way. I have no idea. Besides the ears, it seems to be totally normal. It was kind of smaller than the other fawn, its twin, for quite a while, but it looked like it gained a bunch of weight, and it looks to be about the same size as the other one. But all my years, I have never seen anything like that. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I'm going to head back down to the pond this evening. I'm almost done with the pond clean out project. Almost there. The finish line is in sight, and I want to get that completed before the weather turns, because it's been nice and dry, and it's only a matter of time before the rains come. All right, show you what I got going on here. I almost got it. Got a little bit of dirt left over here. I'll dress all that up. I've got some logs buried right in here because it's very soft right there. I'll be able to bring the excavator down here, clean up that little bit, that pile over there. Got just a little bit in the edge of the pond right there, and that's going to be like where my sed trap is. I'll dig that a little bit deeper, and then once this is all graded up, I'll leave me a nice way down in here where I can come out and sit right there. You know, like once a year, it'll only take an hour or two, if that, clean out that sed trap, and that should help prevent the pond filling with sediment. But I've got everything pretty well dressed up down in there. I took a lot of material out of this pond. I'll show you how much. This is most of it, but there's actually more. There's probably, if I had to guess, probably about at least four triaxle loads I dug out of there. I mentioned the other day, at some point, I'd like to get this up on top of the hill somehow. I don't know how. I mean, I could rent like a little track truck. You can't get down here with, you know, like Blueford or anything like that. I mean, you might get down here, but you're never getting back up. But I don't know if it's worth doing or not, like what a daily rental is on one of those little track trucks. They don't haul a whole bunch either, maybe 5 yards. But if I rented one, I could come down here, you know, back it in right here, load it with the skid loader, and I could take this all out to the clearing, use some of it out there, but it should make really good soil. It actually is, it dries super fast. I mean, when I pull it out of the pond, it is just sopping wet, and you get it piled up, and it dries right out. It's like the water drains right out of it. I was just talking to Levi today. I said, you know, it's this time of year, you know it's coming. You expect it, but fall just shows up like overnight, you know? Even when it gets warm during the day, we've been having real cool nights, and it's coming. Coming quick. I was wanting to go down to the cabin tomorrow and the next day and put up a bunch more of that tongue and groove down there, but I think I'm going to stay here and get this finished. I can finish this tomorrow, no problem at all. So I can get that all done and then on to the cabin. And I also need to clean up a bunch of wood out there in the clearing and get that all tilled up or hit it with a power rake and seed the fall food plot out there. So those are a couple things I got going on. There's a bunch more as well. But anyway, I will report back tomorrow morning. Earlier, I mentioned that today's video was sponsored by DoorDash. And you know, it's pretty amazing when you think about it. We live in a world right now where you can get anything you need, when you need it, delivered right to your door. DoorDash is your door to more. If you want it, DoorDash can deliver it. If you've been watching our channel for a while, you know our oldest son, Hunter. He has autism, he's nonverbal, and he likes to head out once or twice a day for maybe a chicken sandwich or a little snack. And most days, I'm able to drop what I'm doing. We get in the truck, go get a chicken sandwich, come back, and everybody's happy. But like the other day, for example, Hunter was a little under the weather. And he was still hungry, though. And I was able to have it delivered by DoorDash. And DoorDash isn't just food, flowers, groceries, fresh produce. It could be nearly anything. Say you're out of town, you just get to your hotel room, you don't know where you're at, you don't want to leave, and you don't have a phone charger. You could have DoorDash deliver one. Another thing I love about DoorDash is the app is very easy to navigate. With just a few clicks, you can get exactly what you need delivered right to your door. DoorDash is your door to more. Download the DoorDash app now to get almost anything delivered, and using Morgan's 50, get 50% off up to $10 on your first order of $15 or more. So I was going to head down to the pond first thing this morning, but we actually had a little bit of rain. Rained for about an hour, not much. It's already dried up. So I'm going to go down there in a little bit. But this morning I wanted to try out a few new attachments. Now I probably won't be using this for a few months, but I wanted to get it on the tractor and kind of check everything out. I had to put a couple fittings on the end of the hoses, but it's all good to go. I have it hooked right up to the third function. But this is a 6-foot plow, and I will run this on this tractor, the LX 4020, and I also have a rear blade, and this is what I will use for snow removal. It's got good tires, nice cab machine, good heat in it. Probably won't even use this until we get, you know, several inches of snow. What I have found, I will use the rear blade quite often and spin it around backwards until the ground freezes up. That way you're not pushing much gravel around. But if we got a lot of snow, this will be a nice setup for it. This and the rear blade. I also got something else on the back that we're going to try out this afternoon. Now, I always do extensive research on equipment before I buy it. I did not do that on this Del Marino flail mower. I bought this based on everybody's recommendations. They said I'm gonna love it. I will say right out of the gate, it's nice not having that big long brush hog sticking off the back. So we're gonna try this this afternoon up at the old apple orchard. We'll mow that one more time this year. And we may even head out to the food plot and the clearing out there. I need to mow that down, what's there, because in the next week or two, we'll till that all up or hit it with a power rake and reseed it. So we'll try it out. Del Marino flail mower. I bought this, the plow, and a spreader from Messick's. That was probably a couple, 3 weeks ago that I went out there and got all this stuff. So right now I'm going to put some stuff away. I'm going to put the plow up by the building, put the loader bucket back on this, and then we will head down to the pond with the excavator. All right, that was pretty good timing. It's starting to rain right now, but I got the pond all cleaned out, and then I just kind of worked my way from the bottom up, just kind of dressing it off a little bit. If it doesn't rain much, you know, over the next couple days and this dries out, I could even track this in a little bit. I was thinking, you know, maybe even plant some winter rye or something on it to get some ground cover on it. I've got one little pile here left of kind of some debris. I'll get rid of it with the skid loader, but there's some old barbed wire in there and I was kind of working around that, but I'm just going to leave that there for right now. I'll get that with the skid loader. Now, something that I did here, this is the most important thing. The water comes ripping down that trail and it's pitched this way. So I cut this ditch right around here and I've got a berm on this right side to at least get all of that water down past the pond. Because when it rains, it fills up no matter what. And I don't want it washing down over this while it's all soft like that. So I think that should work pretty good. But yeah, pretty happy with it. That was a decent sized project there, but all in, I've got about 18 hours invested in it. That's with the excavator and the skid loader, so it's really not too bad. If you could get to it a little bit easier, it wouldn't have taken near that long. But like from where I'm standing right here down to the pond is probably a 20-foot difference in elevation in only about 50 feet. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty steep. But anyway, I just checked the radar. I think we are going to get some rain actually. I wanted to run that flail mower a little bit this afternoon, but that will probably be in the next video. So anyway, I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.